Hello everyone, I'm so glad to be here with you. This is my YouTube channel. So learning English with Mr. Nascimento is now a new opportunity for you to get tuned with English learning. So stay tuned. Now you're ready. So right there, we are on page 25. Okay, and in number one, you just have to use your knowledge of the past continuous and the simple past. Okay, so that's just a little bit of grammar. We have been studying the past simple and the past continuous, but right now we have an action, we have an event, and one action interrupts the other. One action is occurring and some other action interrupts, okay? So let me just show you a little bit more about the past continuous, a little bit more about the simple past, and then I'm gonna show you them, okay, in comparison to each other. Let's do that. Number one. So from that, you can take number one and number two also. Okay. All right. So past continuous versus past simple. So progressiveness and rupture. Okay. Past continuous talks about progression. Okay, something that is continuous. And past simple, in this sense, we're talking about an interruption on another action, okay? So let's see that. All right, so past continuous. First of all, it is used to indicate an ongoing, okay, an ongoing progressive action. So ongoing and progressive are synonyms. It means that they have a duration. They are occurring, okay? They are continuous. Second, the emphasis is on the duration of the action. So the emphasis is on the duration of the action, not on the action itself. I just mean that it took me a long time, or at least some time, to finish the action. And I don't even tell you that I finished. I just mentioned that I was doing something, okay? Third, it can be represented by a spiral. A spiral, that's something that is whirling, okay? Something whirling is a spiral, like a cyclone, okay? So right there, you can see that we have a timeline. And in that timeline, okay, we have here the past and the present represented, okay? So the past and the present, or now, okay, right now. So I just wanted to pay attention here. In the present, I am telling you, I'm communicating that I am studying English now. Okay, so that's what you're doing. You are studying English now. So all of the features, the grammar, for example, the subject, I, the verb to be, the auxiliary, am, and the principal verb, the main verb is study. It's continuous, so we put ing, studying, okay? So I am studying English now. I'm studying English now, okay? That's also progressive. That's why we say present continuous. Now let's look back at the past, okay? So right here, past. We have here something to block it or to separate the present and the past, okay? So pay attention here. we have a spiral, and that spiral represents an action during a certain time or a certain period of time. That's the duration of the action. So that's why we have the spiral. So right here, if you look down, you have a box and we have an example. I was is the verb to be in the past, okay? I was studying math this morning. I was studying math this morning. You were doing that, okay? So when it was 8 a.m. until 9, okay, you were studying math. So that was a continuous or a progressive action. It took some time in the past for you to finish, okay, your math studies. So you were studying math this morning. I was studying math this morning. So you can use marks of time like this morning, yesterday, last week. So all of these, and it can go on and on. Okay, you have many more examples, and they represent the past. Okay, they are past expressions. Okay, I was studying. So right here we have the past continuous action. All right. So far so good. Simple past. First, it is used to indicate a complete action at one past moment. So one moment in the past, and the action is complete. The action is finished, okay? Second, we usually say when that happened. We usually say when it happened, okay? Yesterday, this morning, last week, last year, okay? Last decade, whatever. I usually tell you when that happened, okay? Third, it can be represented by an X. It can be represented by an X, okay? To check the moment. It's only one moment in the past, a complete action. So pay attention here. Once more, we have the timeline. And right now we have a ball, a green ball here, a green point, and that's the present. So let's see the example in the present. I study from Mondays to Fridays. Of course, in Brazil, we don't study on weekends unless you are in college or you're taking a post-graduation course. Sometimes you study on Saturdays, sometimes on Sundays even. But right here for basic schooling, basic education, you study from Mondays to Fridays. So that's a routine. That's a routine or a habit, something you usually do. So I study from Mondays to Fridays, or I study every day. I study every weekday. That's the present, okay? Now let's take a look at the past. Right there in the past, I just selected a point in time, okay? That's a point in time. And I'm telling you that I studied hard this morning. I studied hard, okay? I studied much. I dedicated myself to my studies. Of course, it was math, okay? So I studied much. I studied hard this morning. So that's the point in time this morning. I studied. I'm not emphasizing the duration of the action, but I'm just communicating that I studied. It's over. It's finished. That is the simple past. You can tell when that happened. I studied hard this morning, or I studied hard yesterday, or even I studied hard last week, okay? So it's over, it's finished. Now, let's compare the past continuous and the simple past, okay? All right, the past continuous versus the past simple. So let's see that. You have an ongoing action. That ongoing action is interrupted by another action, which is an action in the past. Okay? So, of course, you have an action that is taking some time, you have a duration, and suddenly you stop with another action. Okay? So, let's see the representation of those actions on the timeline. Okay? Let's pay attention to that. Once more, I was sleeping. It takes some time, okay? So I don't sleep like this. Okay? No, sleeping takes some time, okay? You just think of the action of sleeping like a progressive action. You need a period of time to finish. So I was sleeping. And my mom called me. David! Yes, Mom, I'm coming. Okay? So that's an ongoing action interrupted by another action. So what was the action that interrupted my sleeping? My mom called me. Okay, so I was sleeping, taking some time, and my sleeping was interrupted because my mom called me. So I woke up. Okay, no more sleeping for me. So that's the past continuous versus the past simple. When you're telling stories and you're talking about facts in the past, and you're talking about an action that had a duration, a progressive action, and you intend or you want to tell that another something interrupted, you have to use those structures, okay? The past continuous first, and then the past simple. And don't forget to use the word when. So our class is over, okay? Thank you for watching. And if you really like this class, I just wanted to press the like button below and subscribe to my channel so you can activate the bell and you're gonna be informed every time I launch a new video. So it was a great time together. See you next time. Bye-bye. God bless you.